Let's walk through a story that all of us who love smartphones have gone through. And if you haven't yet, you will go through the story. One day you see somebody with a smartphone. They're staring at the screen. You don't understand why there's this device that people used to make phone calls on, why they would carry it around and look at it so much. What is it about the phone that makes it so intriguing? Well, you find out it's not just the phone, it's the apps on it. What people develop that creates intrigue, that so many things can be done. So eventually you go ahead and research and you get your own smartphone. You buy an Android smartphone. And you see on the screen all these possibilities. You find apps in the Google Play Store, but something's missing. What you would love to do, if you're a creator, is you'd love to create something on screen. Something that people would interact with, that'd be compelling. Maybe it's an educational app. Maybe it's the next $1 million idea, or if not, just a $50 idea that benefits a few people. You want to create it. You can see it in your mind's eye. But something's blocking. It's just an idea. But you're totally blocked from creating it. You can picture it, but you cannot realize it. So what is it? It's ignorance, you find out. You learn about something called the Java programming language, and you realize after talking or researching that basically Java is the platform that Android sits within and runs on. So if you just learned a little bit about this, then, well, of course, you could go ahead and create your own application. Ta-da, that's all you have to do. You need to learn this platform. So you start investigating, you find out there's something called an activity class. You can create it in Java programming language, and then, okay, there's something called the XML file that represents an activity that draws the interface. Then you also learn something about a manifest file. This glues it together. All three elements, and you should have a working application. But yet, it doesn't quite do what you want to do. So then you learn, oh, there's all these possibilities. There's something called the Android SDK. All these different classes that you can learn about and bring them together. So it sounds like something you could do. Maybe you haven't programmed before. So you're diligently willing to try this. So first, an experiment that you thought may be a few hours turns into a few more hours. But you're willing to build it. You've got a text box on screen. You've got some of your application coming together, but you work on it days, weeks, months for some. But it's not quite right. All the things you try over and over again, it's not like your dream, your vision that you had originally. It feels like the phone's broken and your app's broken. And you basically have a dream of getting to the Google Play Store or on a market, and that's broken. You're stuck. Do you need to learn more, do more, spend more time? You don't know. There's got to be a better way. Can't you develop something quickly? There actually is. Google originally, and now MIT, has come up with something called the App Inventor. The App Inventor teaches you how to put together an application as if you were building a puzzle, whether with a group of people or on your own. You place the pieces together, you snap them together for behaviors, and you've got a working app. Your app that you realized in the beginning can be drawn out on the screen in the App Inventor user interface. You drag and drop controls, and you have a working app. Originally, it doesn't do anything, just like your original picture, but you can do other things to make it happen. So your app again, you want to make it come to life. The other side of what you have is what are called blocks. MIT and Google originally had come up with a brilliant way to visually allow kids, adults to piece together like a puzzle their application and all the different parts of how it interacts. You visually program in something called blocks. You draw the blocks on screen and suddenly your application comes to life. Then what you can do, once you have this working, you can see it right on the browser screen. You're in a web browser. You can interact and make this happen. But the real value comes into something they've come up with. You can basically build it on your computer and test it real time on your device. You can make that